Are you tired of recycled jump scares and predictable Hollywood horror? If your watch list feels like a bit repetitive, it's time to press play on something truly spine-tingling. Imagine stepping into a world where horror isn't just about fear. It's about folklore, emotion, and stories that linger long after the credits roll. What if the next film that chills you to the bone isn't from Hollywood, but from the haunted temples of Thailand, the misty mountains of Korea, or the neon shadows of Tokyo? Welcome to Asiaphoria, the ultimate destination for Asia's top-tier films and series. In this video, we're diving deep into Asian horror films that broke the internet, movies that terrified millions, sparked global conversations, and redefined what horror can be. These aren't just scary stories. They're cultural echoes. They're cinematic masterpieces. They're nightmares wrapped in beauty. Whether you're a horror junkie, a curious film enthusiast, or just someone looking for a fresh thrill, this list will take you places you've never been, both emotionally and visually. So dim the lights, turn up the volume, and get ready to meet the ghosts, monsters, and cursed legends that made Asian horror a global phenomenon. Your next cinematic obsession starts now. Before we continue, please note that some of the films featured in this video may contain imagery that may be disturbing or graphic to certain viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Please watch the movies with caution. Number 1. The Wailing. If you enjoy horror that's slow-burning, deeply unsettling, and rooted in folklore, The Wailing belongs on your watch list. Set in a remote South Korean village, the story begins with a series of gruesome deaths. The locals suspect a mysterious outsider. As fear spreads, a police officer finds himself pulled into a case that's far more personal than he expected. His daughter begins to change. Rituals are performed, and the line between truth and superstition begins to unravel. This isn't just about ghosts or spirits. It's about how fear can infect a community, and how far a father will go to protect his child. Released in 2016, The Wailing is a horror thriller from South Korea. Directed by Na Hong-jin, known for The Chaser. It stars Kwak Do-won as the desperate officer and Wang Jung-min as a shaman, whose arrival sparks even more questions. Will the father uncover the truth, or become part of the curse? Watch The Wailing and see for yourself. Number 2. Ringu. If you're into psychological horror, urban legends, and stories that crawl under your skin, then Ringu is an essential viewing. The film begins with a chilling rumor. A cursed videotape that kills anyone who watches it, exactly 7 days later. When a journalist investigates the deaths linked to the tape, she uncovers something far older, and far more terrifying than she expected. This isn't just a ghost story. It's a quiet descent into dread, where technology becomes a doorway and every phone call could be your last. Released in 1998, Ringu is a Japanese horror film directed by Hideo Nakata. It stars Nanako Matsushima as the determined journalist, and Hiroyuki Sanada as her ex-husband who joins the investigation. The film sparked a global wave of J-horror and inspired remakes, sequels, and countless imitators. So can you solve the mystery before your time runs out? Watch Ringu, but maybe don't watch it alone. Number 3. Shudder. If you're drawn to ghost stories with a psychological edge, eerie visuals, and a mystery that unfolds one photo at a time, Shudder is the kind of horror that lingers. The story begins with a young couple driving home late at night. A sudden accident. A woman in the road. But what follows is far more disturbing. Strange shadows begin to appear in their photographs. As they dig deeper, the images reveal a past that refuses to stay buried. This isn't just about hauntings, it's about guilt, memory, and the things we try to forget. Released in 2004, Shudder is a Thai horror film directed by Banjong Pisanthanakul and Park Poom Wangpoom. It stars Ananda Everingham and Nathawaranich Thongmi, whose performances, helped make the film a breakout hit across Asia and beyond. The movie became one of Thailand's highest-grossing horror films, and inspired remakes in Hollywood and other countries. When the truth is hidden in plain sight, will you dare to look closer? Watch Shudder and see what develops. Number 4. A Tale of Two Sisters. If you're drawn to psychological horror, family secrets, and stories that unfold like a slow-burning puzzle, then A Tale of Two Sisters is a must-watch. The film centers on two sisters returning home after a stay in a mental institution. Their house feels cold, their stepmother is distant, and something isn't quite right. As strange events begin to unfold, the boundary between memory and reality starts to blur. This isn't just about ghosts, it's about grief, trauma, and the shadows that live inside a family. Released in 2003, A Tale of Two Sisters is a South Korean horror drama directed by Kim Ji-woon. It stars Im Soo-jung and Moon Jo-young, whose performances helped elevate the film into one of Korea's most internationally acclaimed horror titles. The movie was inspired by a Joseon-era folk tale, and later remade in Hollywood as The Uninvited. When the truth is buried beneath memory, will the sisters uncover it, or be consumed by it? Watch A Tale of Two Sisters and see what surfaces. Before we proceed, if you're enjoying this journey on Asian horror, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Asiaphoria. It helps us bring more unforgettable stories straight to your screen. If you enjoy nonlinear storytelling, eerie atmospheres, and horror that builds through silence and dread, Ju-on, The Grudge is a must-see. The film centers on a cursed house in Tokyo, where anyone who enters becomes marked by a violent spirit. The story unfolds through multiple characters, each drawn into the curse in different ways. There's no escape, no explanation, and no mercy. The horror doesn't wait for you to believe. It simply arrives. This isn't about jump scares. It's about a lingering presence that follows you home. Released in 2002, Ju-on, The Grudge is a Japanese horror film directed by Takashi Shimizu, who later helmed the American remake. It stars Megumi Okina as a social worker investigating the house, and Takashi Matsuyama as the ghostly father whose rage fuels the curse. The film became a global phenomenon, spawning sequels, remakes, and a legacy that helped define J-horror. Once the curse begins, how will anyone survive it? Watch Ju-on, The Grudge, and see if you dare enter the house. Number 6. The Medium. If you're into found footage horror, spiritual rituals, and stories that spiral into chaos, The Medium is a film you won't forget. Set in rural Thailand, the story follows a documentary crew filming a local shaman, believed to be possessed by a benevolent spirit. But when her niece begins to show disturbing signs, the crew witnesses something far darker than they expected. What starts as a cultural exploration turns into a terrifying descent into possession, family secrets, and rituals that can't be undone. This isn't just about exorcism, it's about belief, inheritance, and the cost of ignoring warnings. Released in 2021, The Medium is a Thai horror film directed by Banjong Pisanthanakul, also known for Shudder. It stars Narilia Gomongkalpek in a breakout role, alongside Soani Utuma as the shaman whose lineage is at the center of the story. The film was produced by South Korea's Na Hong Jin from The Wailing and won Best Film at the Bucheon International Fantastic Film Festival. When the spirit chooses its vessel, can anyone stop what's coming? Watch The Medium and decide what you believe. Number 7. Noroi, The Curse. If you enjoy found footage horror, slow building dread, and stories that feel disturbingly real, then Noroi, The Curse is one you shouldn't miss. Presented as a documentary, the film follows a paranormal investigator named Masafumi Kobayashi as he explores a series of strange events: a woman disturbed by infant cries, a child with psychic abilities, and a ritual tied to an ancient spirit. As the footage unfolds, the connections grow darker and more dangerous. This isn't about quick scares. It's about a creeping sense of unease that builds with every scene, leading to a conclusion that's as disturbing as it is unforgettable. Released in 2005, Noroi, The Curse is a Japanese horror film directed by Koji Shiraishi. It stars Jin Muraki as the investigator and Ryo Kano in one of the film's most unsettling roles. The movie has gained cult status for its realism and atmosphere. When the evidence points to something ancient and evil, will anyone believe it before it's too late? Watch Noroi, The Curse, and decide what's real. Thanks for joining us on this haunting journey through Asia's most unforgettable horror films. If you felt the chills, caught the clues, or found a new favorite, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, follow, and subscribe to Asiaphoria for more stories that stay with you long after the credits roll. And remember, the scariest part is sometimes what you don't see.